Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, first off, I do want to start with this. So, a few people were discussing in my comments from the other day, saying, like, why didn't I talk about this news? Am I just biased on XRP? No. I just didn't think that we needed to talk about this because it is absolute nonsense. We do see here that can't come on the validity of the slew of allegations in here, but I can unequivocally say that I have never met or spoken to, much less invested in Kyle Roche. And if you guys did miss this, this is discussing like some strong allegations actually towards XRP, even Ripple. But we do see here like before Kyle Roche founded Roche Friedman, and made a pact with Ava Labs. He was relatively lowly associate at the law firm Boyce Schiller Flexner. They were representing Ripple, who was defending a lawsuit claiming that their XRP token was an illegal security. According to Kyle, he proposed to their CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, that he create a new law firm that would specialize in suing others in crypto using exactly the same kinds of tactics that were being used against Ripple. Kyle asked that Brad become his angel investor, and curiously, Brad agreed. One might have expected he would want to see less of this kind of litigation across the industry. What do you see down here? Like, it would be completely unethical for a law firm to have a non-lawyer investor. So fake news, unless Mr. Roche doesn't care about his law license. Again, all of this is nonsense. Like, I really don't understand why anyone would listen to some like garbage like this. Again, listen, I'm not biased here. It's just when I see something as stupid as this, there is really no time to waste on discussing this. I figured I would because a lot of people were, asking me, hey, why aren't you talking about this? Like, are you biased? Like, why do you only talk about, like, the good things around XRP? I don't. I discuss a lot of things around XRP, but I don't waste my time on nonsense because there's not a lot of time in these videos to waste on such nonsense. So I try my absolute best to pack as much content in as possible in like a 20-minute timeline, because I know that a lot of people don't want to watch a 30-minute long video of me, talking about nonsense like this and then talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. So with that in mind, yes, this is just all nonsense. Don't even listen to things like this unless there is like a full-on 100% proof. Like a lot of the stuff that we see in crypto is all made up FUD. There's a lot of made up, good news as well. So remember, just make sure that you are checking your sources. Make sure that you are checking everything before making a 100% decision. And also, like I said, 99% of this crypto industry is a joke, but the remaining 1% will change the world. And like I said, there's a lot of nonsense in this space, but we have been paying attention to that 1%. We've been paying attention to the utility tokens that people seem not to care about. We're not looking at the VC-backed tokens that are, being pumped up massively and marketed to the retail individuals on a, silver platter. Like, this is the biggest issue around crypto right now, is that there's a ton of pump and dumps in crypto. We've been discussing this for a while as well, around a few projects. I don't really pay attention to a lot of like the meme tokens. I'm more so centered on utility because like utility at the end of the day is going to be the new main winners around this space. To me, the way that I look at crypto right now is it's the internet before the .com bubble burst. And what happened after that is you've seen all of the actual legit players, the ones that weren't, having $1 billion valuation for having, an office in their backyard shed. A lot of those, companies, all got completely thrown away, and the ones that really kind of stayed were like Google and Amazon, the main ones. To me, the ones that will stay are the utility tokens in crypto. That's what I'm paying attention to. That's the 1% in this market that is going to not only revolutionize the entire monetary landscape, but also disrupt many industries within that as well. And I hate to break it to anybody who is a Bitcoin maxi, but Bitcoin is not going to change the world. It's a centralized, token. At the end of the day, we've talked about this. The hash rate is, owned by over 50% of the main players. This is a big issue. So to me, Bitcoin is not the future. Ethereum is not the future. The future is the tokens that are in this space, providing immense amount of value to incredible industries, and also really having the potential to change the entire landscape of many industries out there, including the financial system. Also, Another token that we do talk about is XLM. We do see here, since CoinMe will use Ripple Liquidity Hub, I'd say it's very likely that they'll utilize XRP on the back end, while XLM will be on the front end product, similar to how MoneyGram used XRP on the back end, but USDC on XLM as the customer facing front end product. Shout out to Anderson for this, and also shout out to Digital Asset Investor. But yes, this is the case. Like, to me personally, Ripple with also Stellar are going to both be utilized greatly. We do see here, like, so let me get this straight. Ripple loses the MoneyGram deal because of the SEC lawsuit. Stellar then cuts a deal with MoneyGram. Ripple invests in CoinMe, then reaches one or thousands of locations powered by MoneyGram. They offer XLM but not XRP straight to at was file. And again, a lot of this is centered around what is actually happening within the payment process. To me, XRP will always be utilized. Same with XLM. They both complement the system greatly on both of their ends. You look at the back end and the front end. XRP to me, will be sourced as liquidity. Like, liquidity is the main focus point. XLM is great for, retail products, but XRP is so much diverse in its own use case potential. I've always said, make sure that you are looking at the niches within that specific category. The retail and, of course, the enterprise financial institutional area as well. Those are two greatly different areas that are a part of the same categories, but there's completely diverse amounts of money within both of them, as well as completely different protocols to utilize. To me, the Liquidity Hub is going to be something special. XRP will definitely be something special, and so will XLM. They both have, room to be utilized. And also, talking about this, I do just want to share with you guys this quick video. This is Brian Brooks. Listen closely to this.
Crypto is about replacing the centralized banking system with networks that allow user control versus bank CEO control. The crypto assets that have prices are more like internet stocks. It's more like you bet on Google if you think there's going to be high internet traffic, and you short Google if you think people are going to go back to the post office, right? But it's not that Ethereum or Ripple or anything else is trying to replace the US dollar. It's trying to replace a system of transmitting value, and we'll talk a lot more about that. So for me, the prices are not that relevant any more than Google's volatility is, and in the early days of Google, that was...
And the protocols make it work. The people who really understand what's going on with digital currencies understand that putting these protocols in place, the blockchain protocol, the Ethereum protocol, the Ripple protocol, the Ripple protocol, the Ripple protocol, and then enabling those protocols to cause transactions to occur. And then those transactions can be defined very broadly as not just moving things of value, but anything that's got an information content, is extraordinarily transformative. The focus on the value of the token is distracting.
And I've always said this around this space as well. If you only focus on the price of these tokens, you're not going to make it. I mean, listen, does the price of these tokens matter? 100%. If you are here to just make gains. And, I mean, who doesn't want to make money off of these investments? I do completely agree that we should be here to make money off of these investments. But I'm just saying, don't get caught up in short-term price action. A lot of people will wait and wait and wait and wait to buy the exact bottom. It is illogical. You will never buy the exact bottom, and you will never sell the exact top. To me, I just accumulate these tokens before things happen, before things are, announced. XRP is probably one of the most risky investments in this space to most people, because they think that the SEC, lawsuit is something to worry about. They think that, XRP is going to lose it. They don't think that, XRP can come out of this lawsuit, with clarity, and it's going to be, deemed a security, etc. To me, I don't believe that. Again, I don't know exactly what's going to happen in the future. Could it be deemed a security? Sure, it could. But to me, the SEC cannot prove that XRP is a security. Okay, the fair notice defense is probably one of the biggest argument points from Ripple, because there is no guidelines for these crypto companies to actually follow. But also, as we actually look at the SEC, they already have over 200 lawsuits, against the crypto industry. We do see here from Johnny Deaton, Rosalind Layton's article, note the note at the end. Gensler says crypto treated just like the market. 200 SEC lawsuits say otherwise. Remember, right? I told you guys to focus on what the SEC is doing. They are on a warpath around crypto. They have been on a warpath around crypto. They want to stop crypto. They want to protect the big banks because we are revolutionizing the entire payment landscape. We are like this is probably one of the biggest transformative, technologies that we've seen in the history of technology. This entire market is going to be larger than anyone can actually expect. In my opinion, a lot of people think that, if crypto does a 10x by 2030 in regards to the overall market cap to 30 trillion, for an example, that is great. But to me, by 2030, I think that we could easily do, roughly like, I'd say about, give or take, a 20, maybe even 50x possibly. It all depends on how much money really kind of flows in. But I would say like, a 50 to $100 trillion market cap for crypto by 2030 does not seem too unlogical. Especially if you look at what is happening around CBDC, stablecoins, tokenization. By 2030, this entire space is going to be completely different. Of course, like I said, price predictions don't really matter all that much. All we know is the power and the potential behind this market and the fact that these major industries are trying to stop or these major agencies that are a part of these major industries that are being fully disrupted by crypto are trying to stop this technology. Why will they? Because we are going after that monopoly system. We do see here like $1 billion lost due to crypto fraud in 2021, $15 billion lost due to the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. Who is the SEC protecting again? Gensler says crypto treated just like the market. 200 SEC lawsuits say otherwise. This is the biggest issue, right? So much money spent out the door on something as useless as this overall lawsuit. They're not trying to prove anything. They're not trying to prove a point. They're not trying to do anything. All they're trying to do is stifle innovation and slow things down. Delay, 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 delay. Because guess what? The best way to shake things up is time. Individuals are extremely impatient. When we look at a lot of the things that happen in this market, the biggest thing that shakes a lot of individuals out is just time in this market. But you got to understand that this entire SEC lawsuit against Ripple is nothing but smoke. I've shared with you guys this on many occasions. There's a tweet over here that says the SEC can't prove Ripple violated security laws for the recent XRP on-demand liquidity sales. Even if the judge ruled all XRP unregistered securities, the SEC has no reach over Ripple sales of XRP outside of the U.S. Jurisdiction: Singapore/Japan. Why Ripple agrees to those terms. Former SEC Commissioner Grunfest. Listen closely to this. This is about a 2-minute long video. By the way, this is under this tweet from Jungle Inc. saying bold prediction: all XRP sales by Ripple pre-on-demand liquidity will be considered a security offering, and record-setting fines will be, levied. Settlement will come in September, requiring all future sales of XRP by Ripple to be utilized for utility and on-demand liquidity or register with the SEC. Now, again, this is a prediction. This is not a guarantee or anything like that. If I would say like when a settlement could happen for XRP, I would say probably within like Q1 of 2023, but it could even happen beforehand. I think that this entire SEC lawsuit will come to an abrupt end, in my opinion. Who knows exactly what the timeline is on that? I will let you guys discuss that down in the comments below. Let me know if you guys think that a settlement will happen in September. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But listen closely to this video. It is about a 2-minute long video, and really kind of discusses a few things around XRP and on-demand liquidity sales.
There's a Supreme Court opinion called Morrison, and it basically says that the federal securities laws are designed to apply to transactions that occur in the United States. And there's a strong judicial presumption against the extraterritorial application of U.S. law. And the lower courts have a variety of different doctrines to try to figure out when a transaction actually occurs in the United States. So one rule of thumb is, does the transaction close in the United States? Well, here's what's interesting. If you wind up transacting in XRP on a foreign exchange, that's not in the United States. So to the extent that XRP transactions are occurring elsewhere, right, a foreign exchange, whether it's a security or not doesn't make a difference. The SEC can't reach it.
Right.
Whether it's a security or not doesn't make a difference. The SEC can't reach it. What does it mean to confirm a transaction on a blockchain the way XRP is structured, which is a consensus mechanism, and it's an 80% consensus mechanism? Suppose that all of the nodes, right, that confirm the transaction are outside the United States. Suppose that, 50% of the node, we don't know. And burden of proof is on the plaintiff. And if you can't determine where this happened, how do you establish where the transaction actually closed? So it may be that even if you decide that this is a security, that's going to be hotly litigated. The SEC may not be able to reach transactions unless it can prove that they occurred in the United States. And given the architecture of the system, the SEC may not be able to reach transactions unless it can prove that they occurred in the United States. And so by the way, so if that's right, the SEC in a certain sense can win the battle and lose the war.
And that is what we are watching for. I know that the audio in that video wasn't the best. If you guys do want to go listen in on that video, you guys can go check out Thinking Crypto Host. But thanks to Mickey B. Fresh for that video, though, because it really kind of does prove the point. Like, the SEC can't prove that Ripple violated these security laws for the XRP on-demand liquidity sales because they cannot reach it. They might not even have any reach over those sales because of the transactional architecture. Also, even if they are outside of the US, again, they prove nothing. There is nothing here. Remember, they might, get fined for some of those on-demand liquidity sales pre-on-demand liquidity, but besides that, there's nothing to win here from the SEC. This entire case, like I said, is all smoke and mirrors. There's no use to sit here and argue if, hey, is XRP a security? Is it a currency? There's really nothing to go off of here. This argument around, Ripple doing this, Ripple doing that, why would I even touch XRP? It's the biggest scam, whatever. It's laughable that we have people like this. But again, people will call whatever a scam and all the time until they miss out on, 10x, 100x, 1000x, 10,000x gains. It is what it is, right? I'm not one to sit here and try to, encourage people to jump into XRP. No, I don't really care if people do. In fact, I'm just here to tell you guys what is happening around the XRP community, around the XRP news. To me, when we look at this SEC lawsuit, at some point in time, XRP, in my opinion, will be trading, in the US. We even do see like Brian Brooks saying that as well. He predicts that XRP trading will resume in the US. Says that the SEC's case may center on one simple question. This goes back to February of 2021, by the way, a whole year ago. And it's discussing the on-demand liquidity sales. It's talking about the value perceived on the holders. It's talking about the escrow. The escrow has been the biggest thing. Selling of XRP has been the biggest thing. So to me, again, there's a lot of things that could easily win Ripple this case. There's really not much that could win the SEC this case. There really isn't. But we know exactly what the SEC's plans are. We've looked at it. We've been addressing this. They are going after crypto because they want to protect their monopoly system, which is the banking system. The SEC is here protecting the banks. They're not protecting you or me. They don't care about you or me. Listen, at the end of the day, the SEC is an absolute joke of an agency. We've been talking about this for so long on this channel. We've been looking at the connections with Ethereum. We've been looking at the connections with Bitcoin. We've been, discussing this for a while, even going all the way back to December of 2020. I even seen it then. I see it now. I see it now more than ever because of the recent actions of the SEC. I've been saying that this needs to stop. But what is going to put that nail in the coffin? It's going to most likely be a settlement or a major win from Ripple's side. And we are watching this closely. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. So it's up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.